Dear friends, at the ending of the detection of amplitude modulation, we go to the space communication, or the mode of propagations by which the or by which manner the waves are propagated in a space. So there are three types of a propagation. First of all, a ground wave propagation, then sky wave propagation, and finally it is a space wave propagation here. First of all, when we study these modes of a propagation, we must know about the Earth's atmosphere. So here, Earth's atmosphere, that is a there are main four zones or more main four layers, that is a above the Earth's surface in the atmosphere or Earth's atmosphere. There is the first layer is a troposphere. It is a 0 to 12 kilometer. It is a troposphere. Then 12 to 15 kilometer. It is a stratosphere. Then 50 to 80 kilometer. It is a mesosphere. Dear students, 0 to 12 kilometer and 12 to 15 kilometer. It is a from Earth's surface about a 50 kilometer, about 80 kilometer, about that is a 400 kilometers. So these are the uh, from Earth's surface to the upper surface, and these are boundaries. That is a 12 to 15 kilometers is a stratosphere here. 0 to 12 kilometer it is a troposphere. It is a not a sharp boundaries. It is a not a physical boundaries. It is a mixing between. This means troposphere and stratosphere are mixed up with a 12 near about 12 kilometer range. Here stratosphere and because mesosphere is a mix up within the 50 kilometers range. So these are the main four layers of the atmosphere. First of all, troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, and thermosphere. It is again also called as a ionosphere there. So first of all, what is a troposphere? It is a layer closer to Earth's surface, is called as a troposphere. Height of this sphere is from 0 to 15 kilometer, or this is a range. This is a temperature decreases with increasing altitude, decreases 1 degree centigrade for every 165 meter. Lapse rate, there is a ratio of a decrease in a temperature with the increase of altitude. Then spreading the troposphere from stratosphere is called troposphere, and in this sphere there is a it is a near the Earth sphere. So many more dust particles, water vapors, and another gases are including in the troposphere. This is the very nearest sphere we live in this troposphere. Next, that is a stratosphere. It is from 15 kilometer to 50 kilometer from the Earth, or near about a 50 kilometers. That is a 12 kilometer to 15 kilometer, 50 kilometer actually. It is a layer about troposphere. It is a water vapors are not presented in this year. It is a polluted. That is a CO, PM, NOx, etc. Likely this means polluted gases are more here. Wind blows horizontally because of this more aeroplanes or jets are travels in this great speed in this layer, and 90% of ozone that we know about the ozone layer within the atmosphere. It is a 90% of ozone is concentrated in this layer. So that ozone layer is very important. That radiated particles or ultraviolet waves are not allowed in the Earth's atmosphere, that is in a troposphere. Okay, then next, there is a stratosphere. Stratosphere is a that is a mesosphere. Mesosphere is above the stratosphere, and this mesosphere it protects the Earth from falling metals. What is mean by metals? Metals means in Marathi we see the ulka path. Metals means it is made up of some metals, and it is a 90% metals are at the rock particles or some metals particles that are layers above the stratosphere. It is a 50 to 6 it is a 80 kilometers range. Because of the Earth's gravitational force, metals fall. Fallen metals will burn in this mesosphere with the help of air fraction. With the help of air fraction, these mesospheres burn, and when metals are not burned here, it damages the Earth's surface. So mesosphere is also very important fact. And this one next, that is a thermosphere or ionosphere. We are interested in the this layer, that is the ionosphere. Ionosphere means is the most radiated ions are in this sphere, and according to our wave propagation or propagation of uh, waves in the atmosphere, we concern this ionosphere. It acts as a reflector zone for our communication system. So, what is it lies above the mesosphere? It contains hydrogen and helium large amount. It is a 80 to 400 kilometers actually this one, and ions will reflect on radio waves. It is broadcasting. Suppose there it is a ion. We know that here radiated particles or sunlight is here, and this ion or this atom, actually it is an atom, it is a radiated or vibrated, and electron is a thrown out here. Electron is a thrown out from this here, and this process of electron thrown out from the atom, and it is a that is a positive, electron is a negative, so electrons are thrown out of the air, and this is a only positive, it is a photon, and this is a process of throwing electron outside the atom is known as ionization. So this is a ionization process, and more ions are concentrated in this thermosphere. Okay, so this ionosphere is a very important for our propagation system or propagation manner, because we see detail in this next slide. Then here it is a main communication system or propagation of electromagnetic waves in atmosphere. These are basically three types. Suppose here it is a ground wave propagation first of all, then it is a sky wave propagation, and finally space wave propagation. Here we see the ground wave propagation is along the earth's surface. Here ground wave propagation is along the surface of the earth. Here this one, it is a sky waves. These sky waves are propagated to the ionosphere, and it is reflected from ionosphere to the receiver. Here there is a ions, and or this is a transmitting antenna, this one it is a receiving antenna, and these are directly reflected from this ionosphere. And above the ionosphere, dear students, here this ground wave propagation is about few megahertz to that is a 2 megahertz, then few kilohertz to 2 megahertz, and this 2 megahertz to 30 megahertz is propagated through the sky wave propagation, and above the 30 megahertz we use this, that is a space wave communication there. So these are the various propagation modes for electromagnetic waves. So first of all, ground wave propagation. What is the ground wave propagation? It follows contour of the earth. It can propagate considerable distances, frequencies up to 2 megahertz frequencies, few kilohertz to 2 megahertz frequency here, and these are the main propagating medium or main propagating signals here. Basically, ground wave propagation, in a ground wave propagation process, we know that here it is a earth's surface, and we know that this one, there are the frequencies. Here it is a transmitting antenna, and here it is a receiving antenna here. So we know that this one, it is a, so it is a positive, and it one negative, this one positive, negative, positive, negative. And dear students, we know the earth is a, again as a conductor, and it is a positive charge is attract here, positive charge is attract here. So in a contact with the earth's surface, this signal is getting weak and weak at a distance traveled by the signal. So it is a useful to very short range or short or low frequency, yani this low frequency, that is a lambda, yani wavelength or large wavelength wave is propagated by like this manner, that is a ground wave propagation. And dear students, next, that is a sky wave propagation. Sky wave propagation, it is a single reflected from ionized layer of atmosphere. Single can travel a number of hopes back and forth. Examples is the views like this one. This is the figure of this ground wave atmosphere. It is a sky wave propagation. In a sky wave propagation, the signals are propagated this to the here. You can see here, this one, it is a surface. Here it is a transmitting antenna, here it is a receiving antenna, and these signals. Dear students, at the ground wave propagation, we see the frequencies or the ground waves cannot be propagated above the 2 megahertz signal. Means there, when we propagate the signal of a high frequency signal, then high frequency signal, it contacts the earth surface many times and it losses. So high frequency signal, more than 2 megahertz frequency signal, that cannot be propagated through the ground wave propagation. So we choose the sky wave propagation here, and at the sky wave propagation, we must propagate the signal at like this one manner. This one, it is a ionosphere. The signal is transmitted to the ICR. Here the signal in between 2 megahertz to 30 megahertz can be propagated or transmitted in this sky wave propagation. When the signal between 2 megahertz to 30 megahertz are propagated, then it is a transmitting antenna. Here it is a receiving antenna. This communication is occur here. And when a signal is more than 30 megahertz, it penetrates in the sky. It penetrates the ionosphere also and goes upward through the ionosphere, and it cannot be reflected. So here again a limitation, that the signal in between a range or a frequency range 2 megahertz to 30 megahertz is propagated through sky wave propagation only. Then next mode of propagation, that is a line of a side propagation or a space wave propagation. So dear students, space wave propagation or line of a side propagation means it is a this transmitted antenna and receiving antenna. For this space wave communication process, we must see the next figure. I will show figure on the board. So it is like this one. Suppose it is a transmitting antenna and receiver antenna. Consider as two children are playing a ball to, or throwing a ball to each other and playing. So what a manner they can throw the ball. First of all, two children, or this one, first children or first child is a transmitter, and second child, it is a receiver. Okay, so it throws the signal like this one, means one bounce signal here. So ball is thrown like one bounce. Then it may be thrown like a direct, or this one, it is a direct communication or a direct transmission, or another one, it is a here the signal is transmitted from a or reflected from a troposphere, and again it comes back. So space wave communication is considerable in this manner. This one, it is a one bounce signal. Here it is a direct signal, and here it is a reflected from a troposphere. In this way, the low frequencies also carrying or propagate in this manner. Then it is against your line of a side propagation, LOS. LOS means these two antenna, and because of the curvature of the earth there is a limitation. So this antenna is like this one, it is a line of sight, it is again transmitted as a repeater station. The repeater station means that there are some repeaters, means a transmitting antenna and a receiving antennas are there. In mobile communication we always, at the roadside we see the many towers at a nearby distance. So these are actually repeaters, and as a line of a sight, that is a LOS towers. Okay, so this is a line of sight propagation. Then space waves are the space waves that travel in a straight line from the transmitting antenna to the receiving antenna. Hence space waves are used for line of sight communication such as television broadcast, microwave links and satellite communication also. At some point of, by the curvature of the earth, the line of a sight propagation gets blocked. We know that curvature of the earth, the line of a sight distance is the distance between transmitting antenna and receiving antenna at which they can see each other. It is called as a range of a communication, that is a DM. The range of a space wave communication can be increased by increasing the heights of a transmitting antennas and receiving antenna. The maximum line of a sight distance range of a communication DM between the two transmitting antennas, height HT and the receiving antenna of height HR above earth is given by this one. DM is equal to twice RHT plus twice RHR half. This is here, it is a problem. One problem is shown there. There is a transmitting antenna at the top of the tower has the height of 32 meter and the height of a receiving antenna is a 50 meter. What is the maximum distance between them for satisfactory communication? In LOS mode, LOS means mode means it is a line of a sight mode. It is a given a radius of earth, it is a 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter. So here is one draw the figure, that is a here distance 1 and here total DM. We are calculate the total distance between transmitting and receiving antenna, and we can calculate the height here. So at this manner solutions is given here, that is a given HT, the height of a first transmitting tower is a 32 m, H1 it is a 50 meter, that is a receiving HR, it is a receiving antenna. It is a, what is the R? It is the radius of the earth, it is a 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter, and here it is a formula, it is a twice RHT half plus twice RHR half, it is a 2 into this one. It is a calculation is done here, and a final answer is 45.5 kilometer. We can calculate the problem also is that in this manner. So these are the main three modes of propagation, dear students. First of all, ground wave propagation, sky wave propagation, space wave propagation. In a space wave propagation, there are many new era also add in the space wave communication. These are not also these three modes of space wave communication. Again, new era added, it is a satellite communication. We know at the sky wave propagation, we does not transfer or communicate the waves more than 30 megahertz. More than 30 megahertz are penetrating in the ionosphere and get out or get through the ionosphere in the exosphere. So we can mounted the satellite in this manner, and this satellite is act as a reflector here, like this one. Here uplink and here downlink we will call here, and this satellite is acts as a reflector only. This way of a communication is called as a satellite communication. It is one of the part of the space wave communication, and nowadays, early days, we can or we use the geostationary channel. Means this one, it is a globe of our earth, and this one, it is a one satellite here, another satellite is mounted here, and next satellite is mounted here. Means there are three satellites which covered the total globe of the earth, means total globe is covered by the 3 satellites, and whenever the earth rotates, or whenever we rotates here in earth's every corner, we get these signals. And in this manner, space wave communication is again new added the new era, that is a satellite communication, and again the geostationary communication. This geostationary communication is adding a very much data and many images for our practical purpose, or for agriculture, for different types of oceanography, different types of survey, or again remote sensing. It is a very large area. Okay, so in engineering, these applications are more this of this communication technique. And last one, it is a few MCQs that are you will take the snapshots of these MCQs. It is a first, then first slide, then I will do a second slide. These are the few questions. You can take a snapshot of these waves, and then again these questions in near about 12 MCQs are there, which are important to our this chapter. And we'll just take a few summary, or a summarize. Just let's summarize this chapter. First of all, there is a basic communication is the basic process of exchanging information. Then a communication system, it is the setup of used in the transmission process. The basic units of a communication system are transmitter, communication channel, and receiver. We already see the basic block diagram of this communication system. Bandwidth is the portion of electromagnetic spectrum occurred by the signal. Bandwidth we already seen last period, that is the bandwidth, that is the bandwidth BW is equal to F2 minus F1, and difference of F2 minus F1 is a bandwidth, means lower and upper cut. That is different types of transmission media offer different bandwidths. The commonly used transmission media are wire, free space, and optical fiber or cable network, or also it is a coaxial cable we are seen also here. In modulation, it is a necessary for a good transmission, efficient tradition and reception of the signal without inspection. And we see the why need of a modulation. It is the height of antenna is mentioned or maintained by this modulation process also. This modulation is a process of a superimposing a low frequency signal on a high frequency wave, which acts as a carrier wave for a long distance transmission. In the modulation process, it is a very important process in the in this chapter. And again we see the basic mode of modulation, that is there are 3 basic modes, that is the amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, and a phase modulation. So, what is the amplitude modulation? Amplitude modulation is the modulation in which amplitude of a carrier wave is varied according to the information signal, and amplitude modulation can be produced by different method. We also see the production of amplitude modulation. Then detection of or demodulation is the process of recovering the modulating signal from the modulating carrier wave also. So, we can regain this modulated signal to the demodulation process. We can see detail on this process. The communication that takes place through space is called space communication, and the structure of Earth's atmosphere plays an important role in the space communication. The ground waves are electromagnetic waves which propagate along the surface of the Earth. These waves can be vertically polarized and important for a microwave propagation. So, we see the 3 modes of propagation, that is the ground wave propagation, sky wave propagation, and space wave propagation. So, what is the ground wave propagation? It is a propagation through the or nearby the ground surface. And what is the sky wave propagation? The sky waves are the electromagnetic waves which can capable of reflecting or returning back from the ionosphere. These are used for transmission over large distances, and the range of sky waves we again memorize it, that is a 2 megahertz to 30 megahertz. And the last one, it is a space waves or electromagnetic waves which travel in a free space. They are used for a line of a sight communication. And again, in a sky wave, space wave propagation, we add the era of satellite communication also, then global communication also, it is a geostationary communication also. So, thanks friend. So, thanks friends, and we stop here. We memorize all the chapter, that is a communication system.